good evening, and welcome to the official GTCHS Planetarium. My name is Kaylee, and I will be your guide for tonight. Now, to start, do not be alarmed by the darkness. This will help your eyes adjust to the different environment with the rods and cones in your eyes. Rods are responsible for vision in low light levels, such as now. Cones, on the other hand, require a lot more light and are used to see color. You may notice that our planetarium is lacking bright lights such as blue. That is because it reduces eye strain while you get comfortable where you are, and sensitivity won't be a problem. We use colors such as red instead on the stairs, so people can see where they go without having any strain.
Can I have everyone's attention, please? Thank you. Does anyone know what Polaris is? Anyone? Correct. Polaris is the North Star. Using your VR goggles, try to locate the Big Dipper. From the bowl of the Big Dipper, try to create an imaginary line to the edge of the handle of the Little Dipper. There you should find Polaris. It's located there. And Polaris, for us in our night sky, it is 38 degrees above the horizon. Everyone find it? That's good. Polaris is a very important star. The axis of planet Earth is always pointed at Polaris. So back then, people used Polaris as a navigational tool to travel across the seas and land, and to navigate their way and find to get to their area where they wanted to go. This is why Polaris is such an important star.
Hey guys, and this time we're looking at the celestial sphere and the ecliptic. And the celestial sphere is really just the sphere around the observer that includes everything around them they can see. But of that celestial sphere, we're focusing on the local sky, or the part that includes the sky, where you can see the sun, the stars, the planets, and anything else at one location at one time. And because this is all early astronomers had to use to understand the solar system, they believed in a geocentric solar system. They thought the Earth was the center of the solar system. But those ancient astronomers did understand that Polaris was the north celestial pole. But they still didn't understand that the fine motion of the planets and some other objects in the sky actually supported the idea that our solar system is heliocentric, or sun-centered. And another thing they didn't understand was that the difference between the ecliptic, which is the path of the sun across the sky, and the celestial equator, which is the center of the celestial sphere. And ancient astronomers didn't know the difference. And so this ecliptic is important because of the way it moves. And that's why the sun rises in the east and sets in the west in our local sky. And if you don't know, the ecliptic is the line in the sky on your program right now. And this line will be important for a few other reasons later, so don't forget it.
When you think about constellations, you seem to have an image in your head about an animal or a certain object from maybe mythology. Now, zodiacs are found around the ecliptic, as you may have already seen. And now, what makes each zodiac or constellation special is that not all of them show up at the same time. Each one has a specific date. That's why some people have like a certain zodiac month.
The zodiac include but are not limited to Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Pisces, and Cancer.
Now let's focus on the ecliptic and the constellations. All of the stars in the constellations and stars we see are in our galaxy. Our galaxy is the Milky Way. All this talk of Milky Ways makes me want some cookies. Now I would like to tell you about the constellation Libra. Libra, the scales, a constellation of 6 main stars, was a balance to the ancient Romans. The Romans believed that Libra was the transition constellation. It was balancing between summer and winter. Let's not get too caught up on the zodiac. Until next time, I'll be back.
Virgo is the 5th sign in the zodiac constellations. One interesting fact about Virgo is that Virgo represents those born between August 23rd through September 31st. So if you was born between those dates, I guess you're special. Some Greek mythology about Virgo is that Zeus sent down Pandora to punish man. So Virgo, out of curiosity, opened Pandora's box and let out plagues of hate, envy into the world. The earth became so unbearable that the gods, one by one, left the earth to go to the heavens to live. Virgo was the last to leave.
Today, we are talking about the constellation Sagittarius. To find Sagittarius, you need to look in the south and the northern hemisphere, and since we're in the northern hemisphere, we will look south. Then find the Milky Way galaxy and look directly in the middle, and you should be able to find and see Sagittarius. Sagittarius in Greek mythology, so Sagittarius is usually identified as a centaur, half man and half horse. So that is where it gets its name from. There are over 20 stars in this constellation, and the two main stars in this constellation that we're going to talk about are Acela and Nunki. Acela has a magnitude of 2.6 and is 89.1 light years away. Nunki has a magnitude of 2.07 and is 224 light years away. And although they look close together, they are actually many light years away. Stars are classified in a few ways, and that is luminosity and color. Luminosity is a measure in the magnitudes, and color is measured by temperature.
What is up, everybody, and I am back. I'm going to talk to you about some stars in Taurus. Now, Taurus is a constellation which is between Aries and Gemini. Now, I will be telling you about two specific stars and some properties about them. Now, the first star I will tell you about is Elnif. It is 131 light years away and has a magnitude 1.6. And Aldebaran, 65.1 light years away and 0.89 magnitude. Now you're thinking, these things kind of look, not too far away, but guess what? They're insanely far away. I know, right? You didn't expect it.
Now, if you draw an imaginary line from the star Vega and through the star Altair, you should be able to find the triangular figure of Capricorn, the mythical sea goat. The name of Capricorn originates in the Latin language, roughly translating to goat horn. Two significant stars in this constellation are Deneb Algeti and Gamma Capricorni. Stars are classified by color, size, and temperature. Deneb Algeti is classified as a blue main sequence star, and Gamma Capricorni is classified as a white main sequence dwarf. While these two stars may appear to be close together, they are actually light years apart.
As you're looking for Leo, I'm going to tell you how stars are classified. According to the HR diagram, stars are classified using their luminosity and temperature with the 5 dark colors. So we have blue for hot and red for cold. So here, for example, we have Regulus, the heart of the lion, who's about 70 light years away and is a bluish star. So therefore it's a hot burning star. And at the end of the lion star we have Denebola, which is also a blue hot star. But even if they look close to each other, Denebola is at about 35 light years away from Regulus.
Welcome everybody to the final episode of PNL. I've had a great time hosting such a great show, but we're going out. But we're going out with a bang. A big bang. Today's final lesson will be about the Big Bang. The Big Bang Theory is a theory that all matter in our universe was made in a giant explosion called the Big Bang. The Big Bang is supported by background radiation or footprints from the explosion, the abundance of hydrogen and helium, and galaxies moving away further from us. But that doesn't make sense. According to Newton's second law of motion, this don't add up. This has led to many other theories, such as the multiverse. The multiverse is a theory that there is a bigger universe out there. It could hold aliens, who knows, but the multiverse is a bigger universe that is sucking ours in. But that's all for today. And in the words of Shakespeare, parting is such a sweet sorrow. In the words of some person, aim for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. And may the pursuit of knowledge, in the words of Buzz Lightyear, take you to infinity and beyond. I'm Ryan Subarin, signing off for Planetarium Night Live.